Hi, welcome to Stretch and Strength. I'm Mira Cook with Battery Dance, and we are about to launch into a 30-minute series where we'll take exercises from Pilates, yoga, breathing, dancer stretches, and roll it into a nice little routine. So let me put on some mood music. Find a cleared out space on the floor, please. I hope you have a mat or a blanket perhaps, or if you don't, you can still do this exercise without. But what you can do is roll up your mat to make a cylinder roll. If you have a foam roller at home, a long one, you could also, this would be perfect for that. So we're gonna try to make a cylinder, or you can just lie flat on the ground, and then I'm gonna use a pillow for my head. So we're making a little speed bump that we can lie our spine on. And we want our tailbone to our head to be supported. Again, you can just do this lying on the ground as well. And then we want to have our feet as wide as our sit bones. So not very wide, and they're parallel. So we're just right within the width of our body. Arms can go out to the side a little lower than your shoulders with the palms up. And just take some big breaths here. Allowing gravity to help your shoulders open. Trying to draw the breath deeper into the torso. It's easy to feel the breath in the chest. Let's see if we can get it into the back, low ribs, into the belly. Imagine the belly as a balloon that expands up to the sky and down to the ground at the same time. Letting the breath balloon the belly. Now allowing, feel the balloon expanding side to side from the middle of our stomach. Trying to keep the tension out of the shoulders, collarbones, throat, and face. Now imagine the balloon in our torso, and let's expand it up to down. So down through the pelvic floor and up through the diaphragm, which is up into our rib cage a little bit. So we're making a little more length. Now, all the directions at once. We expand up to down, side to side, and top to bottom, 360 balloon, blowing it up a little. Beautiful. Return your breath to normal, and just notice how in this position your shoulders are draping around your roll, or even if you're just lying on your back, still the front of the chest is stretching. The shoulders are heavy towards the ground. With your in-breath, expand your fingers a little bit wide, spread the fingers. With your exhale, we'll just gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. 3 more times, expanding. Drawing the fingers out side to side. And then letting our shoulder blades squeeze in gently. Breathing out wide. Exhaling, sliding the shoulders down and in towards each other. Last one. Beautiful, relaxing our arms again. Maybe give a little shimmy. Let's hover our arms off the ground with the palms up. You feel right now the shoulders are relaxing, heavy towards the ground. We'll bring our fingers close together to hug a tree,
but don't let your shoulders come away from the mat. They still hang down towards the mat as we hug a tree. Shoulder blades stay heavy towards the ground. Collarbones are wide. It's one long line from collarbone to the end of the collarbone, shoulder to shoulder. Hugging in, shoulders drape down towards the ground. Twice more. Just practicing moving the arms without using so much of the shoulder girdle. A lot of times the shoulders are overactive or they want to help, but we want to train them to be a little bit quieter. Last one, and are the ribs and sternum and throat able to relax at the same time. Rest the hands down. Let's take a moment to, sometimes it feels like a bubble of air gets stuck behind the sternum. Let's take a moment to relax the sternum and release the air. Good, arms are hovering. We'll make a football goalpost like this. There's one line from elbow across the chest to elbow. Now flip your palms up, but leave the elbows in the same place. Now flip the palms down, leave the elbows in the same place. Your arms won't go so far. Flip-flopping up and down. Keep that straight line from elbow to elbow, like there's one axis. Now alternating, right goes up, left goes down. Left goes up, right goes down. Like you're at a wedding reception doing some stupid dance. Robot dance. One more time. Each side. Beautiful. Bring your hands down by framing your hips and take a moment to again let the shoulders hang down towards the ground. See if you can keep them hanging down. Let's just straighten the arms a little bit, slide the fingers a little away from you. See if you can keep the shoulders draping while we lift the arms parallel up over the chest. From here, pause, and let's just feel our abs getting narrow, like our waistline narrowing and the ribs gently coming towards one another. And we'll keep that without arching the back or flaring the ribs. Let the arms go overhead, just as high as is comfortable for you. And then we'll press down, feel the shoulders drape. One line from shoulder to shoulder, broad. Let's go exhale to bring the arms up. Hugging the waist in, narrow. Breathe in at the top. Feel long, and then exhale to push back down. Shoulder blades going down towards the ground. Gentle little squeeze in the armpits. Twice more. Exhale. And check if any tension came into the pelvis or the legs. Mine started to push a little. Let's just relax the lower body. Breathe in at the top. Shoulders are down away from your ears. One more time. Relax the shoulders down. Hug the waist in. Up overhead. And down again. Relaxing your arms. Let's see if we can march the knees. Marching one knee up and down. So first we want to feel the waist hugging in, narrow, and then we want to lift the knee and come down. And the spine should stay straight and stable. Let's put the palms up. And there's a little bit of balance in this exercise. You kind of want to roll. I want to roll towards my bent leg off the mat. Gently activating the abdominals with knee marching. Lifting a knee, press the opposite palm into it, and both will come press in towards each other to the center line, and then come down. Knee presses against the palm. Gets a little bit of a cross core sling going. One more time. Press into the center line and down. Press into the center line and down. Gently coming off your mat. Take a moment to sit and just assess if we made a little space in the shoulders. Hopefully we did. I feel like this area between the shoulder and the chest has a little more space. We always want to feel that that has a lot of length. Sometimes it gets tight when we're doing our daily routine. You can roll back out your mat. We might use this pillow later or a squeezy toy. Let's just find our quadruped position on all fours with our palms below our shoulders and our knees below our hips. Find a straight line from head to tail. Back top of the head to the tailbone is one long line. Big breath here. Exhale. Imagine you're squeezing your arms closer together and then narrow the waist, draw the belly button up. 3 more times. Long head to tail. Draw the arms closer together and narrow the waist. Belly button comes up to the spine. Twice more. Long. Squeeze the arm bones in, belly button up. Last time. Let's go into cat-cow. Tuck the tailbone for a cat stretch. And then arch the chest up and forward for a cow. Curving the shoulder blades go away from each other. The belly button comes up, up, up. Now the shoulder blades come closer together and the chest will arc forward and up through the arms. Tuck the tailbone, belly button lifts, and the tailbone drips down to the ground. Breathing in for the heart to roll up and forward. A few more times at your own pace, exhaling. Inhaling. Last one. Find the center again. Head and tail arc to one side, so we're side bending, and then the other way. So we're lengthening one side and engaging the other one. There's no arch or curve in the spine. Keep your belly button lightly pulled up. Wagging head and tail. Feel free to go a little faster if you want. Kind of a funny, silly dance. Last thing, tuck the toes. Draw the ribs together, draw the waist narrow. Look over a small cliff that's in front of your fingers. Pull your throat and nose away from the mat. Push your palms down. Hover the knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a child's pose to relax. Exhale. Rolling up to sitting. Roll your shoulders up and back. A lot of stuff for the shoulders and chest today. Most of us need relaxation and opening there. Also, we need strengthening in the back here to pull our shoulder blades down to make more space. One more time, knee hover, then we'll do all fours, torso twist. Holding for 10 counts. Here we go. And a 10, 9, 8. Draw your arm bones closer together. Push into the knuckles of your hands so the weight doesn't go into the wrists. 2, 1. Another little child's pose. Inflate the torso, especially the back. Okay, find the knees in a little V. The feet can be closer together. we're going to find our all fours and then take whatever hand is, whatever arm is farther away from me, lay your forearm down to the middle of your body with the palm down. The other arm is gonna hang with the back of the hand on the back of the sacrum and really hanging. We're going to push down into the bottom elbow. Without using our top elbow, we're going to rotate to look at something on the ceiling. Then rotate back to forward. 4 more times. Push down, look, and this one will hang. You'll get a little stretch and you feel the bottom shoulder working. So pull down. 3 more. What's on the ceiling? I have a skylight, so I'm lucky. 2 more. Straight line from head to tail. We don't want it to curve or arch. So think of that long line, especially here where we want to punch and curve. Last one. Good. Switch sides. So we're training the shoulder, the supporting shoulder, to push down as it works. Hanging the other arm. Press through the elbow. Make a long line head to tail. Looking up at the ceiling. Looking down. 4 more times. Push into the elbow, push into the forearm. Top arm is just hanging there so we get a little kind of stretch. 3 more. 1. Long line head to tail. It's like your whole body is like a little cylinder rolling up to the sky. I lost count. We have 1 or 2 more. Do 5. I'll do 1 more just for good measure in case, but if you know you've done 5, you can stop. Good. Put your hands together like this, maybe a little bit in front of you. Rock back. Shoulders go down away from your ear, and you'll feel a stretch in the outside of your upper arm and probably underneath the shoulder blade. Big breath. If you want to, you can try pressing your palms together. It adds a little bit almost uncomfortable, so don't overdo it. But we are giving our shoulder girdle a stretch. Okay, that was a lot. Maybe just easy movement in the shoulder girdle. I think we've done that area. Laying down on our backs. We did marching already. Let's do pelvic clock. Well, actually, we'll just do part of pelvic clock. So we're imagining we're drawing a clock on the back of our pelvis. 12 o'clock is on your spine behind your belly button. 6 o'clock is the tailbone. 3 o'clock is behind one of your hips, depending on how you're picturing it. 9 o'clock is behind the other hip. First, just go 6 to 12. Push down the tailbone for 6. Push down the spine behind the belly button for 12. Arching and curling the low spine. This is really helpful for a lot of us that get lower back tightness, lower back pain. This helps decompress the low back and get healthy movement in there. Always breathing. Did you pick back up that bubble in your sternum, or can you let it go? Now we'll press down into 3 o'clock. When we press down in one hip, we keep our knees parallel, and the other hip will lift slightly off the ground, very slightly. And now we press into 9 o'clock. So we're just tipping the hips very slightly, right? This is mobilization. It's not a huge movement. It's not really a big move. And you can feel here the joint where the back of the sacrum meets the spine, the SI joint. It's getting a little stretch, and that's an area where a lot of us get imbalanced rotations and we get pain. So good to move it a little bit. Make sure your feet are parallel below your sit bones, maybe a little closer to your body. We're We're gonna drop down into 12 o'clock. Peel the tailbone up. We're rolling up to bridge, articulated bridge. For us today, the bridge is just a straight line from shoulders through the pelvis, through the knees. And the knees, imagine you're shooting laser beams out along the diagonal. Press your knees forward. We don't want to go too high by arching the back. The spine should hang. This is how we get more space between the vertebra. Breathe in. Exhale, roll down from the throat softening, the upper back softening, the middle back, the lower back, the sacrum, and finally the tailbone. Breathing in. Peel the tailbone up. Drag your sit bones towards the backs of your knees. Shoot lasers out of your knees. Hang the spine. Breathe in. Exhale, roll down from the top. Let's add an arm raise. Exhale, rolling up. Arm raise. See, and remember with the roll, let's keep the shoulders hanging towards the ground. We can lay our arms all the way overhead. Breathe in. Roll down. Grab your pillow and put it towards your knees. Let's do 3 more times with the arm raise. And now we have a little bit of a squeeze from the inside of the knees. Exhaling to peel the tailbone, roll up like you're peeling up a sticker. Breathe in. Exhale, the arms roll up as the shoulders stay very broad. Breathe in at the top. Relax the throat, upper, middle back, lower back, and see if you can squeeze your pillow at the same time. And then I just noticed when I squeezed my pillow, my shoulders came off. So maybe check that. Arms come down. Twice more. Exhaling, peel it up. This is great for making space in our spine. You'll feel your butt and your hamstrings working, the back of your thighs. Inhale the arms over. Exhale down. Squeezing, but keeping the shoulders relaxing wide. Wide shoulders pressed down last time. Exhaling, peel. If you had a striped shirt on, one stripe would come off the mat at a time. Soften your throat and your sternum. Arms go overhead. Rolling down with wide shoulders and a squeeze, laying one stripe of your shirt down at the same, one at a time. Let's just do 8 squeezes of the pillow. Here we go. And squeezing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Inner thighs, check. Grab the backs of your legs and just roll up to sitting. Lift your heels, hands are behind you. Anytime we're resting on our arms at an angle, we like to slouch, so just take a moment to unslouch by pushing your shoulders down. Lift your heels and windshield wiper your shins. This gives the hip sockets a little. Feel free to bend your arms, but the shoulders should be away from the ears. Gives our hip sockets a little massage with the top of our thigh bone, our femur head. Also a nice little lower back twist. Rock your knees to the left. Both knees are pointing left. Now take your left hand behind you. If this is already enough stretch, stay here. If it's not, you can lower down to your elbow. Again, push the shoulder away from your ear. Squeeze your butt together really hard. You'll have a stretch in your right thigh. See if you can get a long line from the knee to the right shoulder. Squeeze your butt a lot. Now circle the arm 4 times. Both shoulders are way down away from the ears. Breathing, narrowing the waist. Nice. Rock the knees the other way till they point to the right. Right hand comes behind you. Lower down to your elbow if you like. Make a line from the knee to the left shoulder. Squeeze your butt very hard. Narrow the waist, shoulders down. Couple breaths. And check your neck. Is your neck overarching, or can the back of your neck be long? Circle the arm 4 times. The neck tends to overarch and the low back tends to overarch. So we're always thinking of lengthening the back of the neck, lengthening the low back. Stretching the quads. Nice work. With the feet in front of us as wide as our hips, you can take behind the thighs. See if you can make a straight line up to the sky. Your forehead will be right over your breastbone. Your breastbone will be right over your pubic bone in a tall, straight line. Feel your sit bones and then feel the crown of your head reaching up to the sky. Put your shoulders on your side line instead of in front of them. Bring your belly button backwards. And then we're sitting up. Find your head right over your pelvis and your shoulders broad. Exhale back. The shoulders broad. Inhale forward, sitting up tall. Exhale back. Maybe even a little farther, but keep the shoulders broad. Inhale up. Sitting tall. If you like, you can bring your arms forward or keep them on the backs of your thighs if you need the support. When you go back, the back of the neck should get long and complete the circle of the spine rather than the chin jutting forward. Sitting up. If you like, you can grab your pillow and give a little squeeze that keeps your shoulders in the right place. Inhaling up. Head over the pelvis. Belly button goes back. Tractioning the spine long. And sitting up. Tall. Let's do 3 more. Ribs are hugging in together. Chin can just rest down towards the throat. Just go back as far as is good for you. It's okay if we're just doing a small one. I'm sure you're feeling your abs no matter what. You can go back a little bit or you can go back a lot and then coming up. Good. Shall we do spine twist? Yes, we shall. Flexing the feet, sitting up tall. If this position is too hard for you to sit tall because your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your knees. Sitting up tall, head over the pelvis. Long line from tail all the way up the back of the neck into the top of the spine. The top of the spine is all the way up level with the nose. Arms down, out to the side. Practice twisting and squeezing your heels together. My arms are not moving, I'm just twisting from the rib cage. Twist, so it's not that big. And you don't get to feel like, you don't get to throw your arms so you feel like you're twisting farther. A little bit is enough. We're gonna add a pulse and a blow through a straw breath. Inhale, then we go, inhale through the center. Check your spine line. Is it long and tall? Shoulders are down. Flip the palms up this time. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the heels. One more time each side. Good. Jiggle your legs. Jiggle them out to hips distance apart. Just sit up tall. Exhale over, wave forward. 3 more times, breathe in, sit up, you can look up, and over. Breathing in, and over. Last one, we'll stay hanging forward to give our back and hamstrings a stretch. When you breathe in, let the air make your spine longer. Imagine your spine is an accordion, and that the inhale can expand you from head to tail, and the exhale will let you rest in. reaching your head toward the tops of your feet. Good. Let's find a little crouch. Decompressing the backs of the ankles. Hanging over our legs. Shake out the head no. Bend the knees if you need to, and yes. Rolling up through the spine. Roll the shoulders back. Clasp the hands behind you. Punch down, look up. Suck in the tummy. Shake out the hands. Thank you for joining me today. I'm here Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to, you can donate to batterydance.org. Thanks for joining